Hi everybody, I'm standing inside Riverside Park, New York City in Manhattan, and I'm underneath the West Side Highway. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. That's the Hudson River over there in New Jersey, and I was sitting over here on these park benches and I noticed something that I want to share with you. This is a bit of a weird video, but I just want to share it with you guys anyway. There's all these buildings that were built over the last, I don't know, 25 years. This was all used to be railroad tracks back in the day when New York City actually used rail to deliver things. And my building is behind that white one, and the neighborhood has changed a lot. Anyway, this is Riverside Park. It's really beautiful. That's a beach volleyball court over there, and this bicycle path goes all the way downtown. It's not very skate friendly. I am on my skates right now. I'm almost always on my skates, especially on a beautiful day like this. But anyway, I just want to share with you this kind of weird thing I noticed while I was sitting on these benches over here. So the first thing I noticed was, if you look at this outer rim, as it comes around on this side, you can see that the rim continues all the way down to the base. But if you follow it in the other direction, when it comes around this way, you can see that, oops, it didn't look like there was enough clearance to allow the wood to go in if this had continued. So it looks like they had to chop it short. Now, at first I thought to myself, this doesn't make a lot of sense, because if you look at this carefully, if you continue this curve down, it would barely hit this piece of wood. So all you would have had to have done is just shift this piece of wood over a little bit, and then maybe just change the spacing a little bit, rather than go through the hassle of chopping this piece of metal. However, if you look underneath here, you'll see there are wings molded into the bench. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but the wings are similar here in the back. You can see that they're part of the casting right here, this wing. So it wouldn't actually be so easy to move this piece of wood over. It would require that you drill these holes slightly off center, and I'm sure these pieces of wood probably come with the holes already pre-drilled right in the center. So then you are faced with the decision as to whether to rasp down the piece of wood a little so it will fit, or cut the metal. I guess they chose to cut the cast iron. And then if you come over here, here's the really weird one. This piece of metal here that comes down, and this curvature, I guess, left a triangle that wasn't big enough to allow this piece of wood to go through. So they had to, looks like they cut this or ground a curve in here, and there's also a slot cut here in the frame as well to allow this piece of wood to go in. Now this seems like a real bad screw up, because if this rod had just been shifted up, and there's plenty of room to do so, this rod could have been attached 1/4 of an inch up higher, and then the angle would have cleared this easily. But or they could have just, again, rasped the piece of wood down rather than go through all of this. But anyway, this is a crazy thing. It's hard to believe that wasn't a mistake. But what's crazy is there are hundreds of these benches in the park, and they all have the same modifications made to them. And there's more benches up there. I mean, this company must have really gone through a heck of a lot to make those mods. The company, incidentally, is, you can see right here, it is cast into the frame. Kenneth Lynch and Sons, and they're from Oxford, Connecticut, right there. And you know, like, once again, I have to tell you, these are beautiful benches. I really truly love them. I appreciate the park spending the money on like cast iron benches like this. They're just gorgeous. But man, that's a bad mistake, isn't it?